So I guess I'm going to finish this because I ordered everything I needed for my suicide. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this so that when I die, I'm not too big of a stranger. Maybe I'll tell my family about the channel. Maybe only random people will know what was going on with me and why I've been so miserable my whole life. But anyway, Bible Part 2, Young Adulthood, Wretched. Mom kicked me out, ended up staying with drug addicts. I was at a homeless shelter once, just kind of bouncing around couch to couch, city to city, till I found myself in Cleveland Job Corps, where I could not function at all. Almost got kicked out because of all my outbursts and shit. Just don't have the sanity God tried to give me. I spent my young adulthood doing drugs, failing long term programs. People wonder why I got so many short trades. It's because I can only maintain mental health for so long, so I can't get a degree because I'll end up flipping out or getting depressed or something like that. So I always just, when I was feeling good, I go take a couple months worth of a trade and hope that the depression didn't kick in before it was over. Hope that my addiction didn't take over me before it was over. I've had a slew of failure, but I've also had a couple accomplishments. I guess what I'm going through right now is just like, you know, I didn't get anything I ever wanted, and I'm thinking that I can't, like I'm just too messed up in my head. Like I tried to buy a house, they won't let me buy a house. I tried to get into the police academy, they won't let me into the police academy. I got super depressed and had some problems on my job. Ended up losing my house, but I had my boyfriend who like I had fallen madly in love with, and he kind of like picked me up out of my depression, and kind of like made me like feel and love and hope again because I was getting pretty bad, like not eating, was getting so weak, and I never wanted to get up, and I never had any energy for anything, and I was always irritable, and I just wasn't taking care of myself. Just laying in bed, dirty, hungry, dehydrating. It was getting to that point. Um, and I had really contemplated suicide at the time. And then I met him, and it was just like the cure or something. And he really took me for a mind fuck. Like, he called his house our house. He talked about our future. He bought stuff for my son. One time he told me he loved me so much it scared him. But I guess that wasn't true. I have been going through a rough patch because if you give me enough time, I'm getting depressed. It's just facts. And I was having panic attacks, which I go through that from time to time. And one day I was having some problems, like we were in bed, and although I don't know if this was like an anxiety attack or a panic attack, it was a little different, but I couldn't really perform in the bedroom. But to be honest, like I had been struggling all day that day, and I just really needed somebody to talk to. But he wanted to have sex, and I know that's how men are, so like I wanted to try to play my role, even though I didn't really have the mind for it. So I had my anxiety attack, and he asked me all these questions, and you could tell he just wasn't happy by it. And, I had just kind of confided in him what I was going through. Like, I've been having panic attacks today, and I've really been struggling. And, like, I have a self harm problem. I have pretty much my whole life. Like, I remember being in, like, first grade, beating my legs with hangers. By the time I was a preteen, I graduated to razors. I was burning myself with flat irons matches. It was getting pretty intense. And I guess it's just my thing. I hurt myself. But I had kind of expressed them like, I was having some of those thoughts and I was just really struggling. And that's the last time I ever seen him. Hit me with all these High School Musical lines. It's not you, it's me. My ex texted. All these things, but it's just funny. I had an anxiety attack in the bedroom and you left me directly after. So what am I to think? I guess your home ain't our home no more. And I just feel like I've lost everything. My house, what I wanted to be my career, the love of my life, our future. And I'm not gonna say like that my suicide is his fault, but he definitely icing my cake. There was a lot of straws already on the camel's back, but like I was so depressed before he met me, and he came in my life and he helped me with my son and he helped me with my mood, and I really didn't need somebody to pretend to love me that hard and then leave me the first time something went wrong. And then it just makes me feel like I don't have the mental health for life because I have so many troubles at school and at work and in relationships. So like, and it's not like that was just a fluke incident. Like I've been struggling in all these areas since I came into the world. And like I'm so fucked up. Like I still have flashbacks to certain things to this day. A lot of people don't know that. Like I'm still haunted. I still gotta smoke myself to sleep every night. Like I know I had issues in our relationship. Like I can't cuddle at night because I'll wake up in a panic if you touch me wrong. And then I can't breathe and I panic. So I know I had some issues. He's real physical. So like I couldn't give him a lot of that because I had so many problems. But like he was, I guess, pretending to love me anyway. And for the most part I was performing. Not on the cuddling, but in other areas. But and how like the trust I put in this person is outrageous. But like now I just feel like I was so fucked up before you met me. Like I had made a will, and all I had to do was print and notarize it. Like I was starting to get my shit together, and then he came in my life and made me feel like everything was going to be okay. Only to do that, said he wanted to be friends. I barely hear from him. And like I really didn't need that. I'm so fucked up. And I was fucked up before this. I'm 28 years old. I'm getting old. But what are the chances I'm just going to stumble upon mental health? I tried medication, group therapies, individual therapies. What are the odds I'm just going to randomly stumble upon mental health, good mental health? Probably not. Probably not very good. So my only regret is coming this far. I wanted to die when I was a kid, and I should have. Everybody tried to convince me things would get better. That is such a lie. Because the problem is me. I got to take me everywhere I go. So how's anything going to be better? I still have to be a part of it. So I'm going to fuck it up. I'm stressing out my family. I'm failing my son. I'm fucking up at work. I can barely function. And I'm tired of going through this over and over and over again. And I don't have the energy for this. So I'm going to go ahead and kill myself. And I'm going to make a video soon for my loved ones. More personalized. So I'm going to die by helium. A lot of people don't realize that's a quick and painless death, asphyxiation due to helium. You don't have to feel like you're suffocating, as if, you know what I mean, if you did like your exhaust from your car, you know what I mean, you gag, cough the whole time, you got to worry about survivor's instinct. Helium will put your ass right to sleep and you will not wake up. It's a wonder they just sell it so freely. But I think she has to be a certain age to buy it, but that's just me. But yeah, I'm gonna park somewhere and die in my sleep and get hopefully the best rest of my life. Just pray to God the Christians are wrong. I think they're wrong. What kind of dad would sit back and watch me go through all this? Heavenly Father. I feel like a orphan. And I don't feel like I could talk to anybody because, like I said, I had problems my whole life. And when I was younger, everybody just freaked out and treated me like I just wanted attention or something. So I learned not to talk about it. So I would just drink in private, do drugs at parties, and hurt myself when nobody was around and not say shit. Because the biggest crime you can do in America is want attention. So I'm not going to ask for attention. I'm just going to leave. Nobody understands me, and I don't understand me either. Why am I so intense? Why do I have such highs and lows? And it's not like it's bipolar, like, because that's something you'll spend weeks and months in. Like, I could go on a roller coaster in a day or two and be ready to slip my wrist and then be on top of the world. Lately, I haven't been on top of the world, but like that, I don't even have a baseline because I'm just so fucked up and all over the place. These therapists try to ask me all these questions about how I am. I can barely fucking answer them. I don't know how I am or who I am. I'm all over the place. And everything just feels so intense. And I'm spent. Like the cash in your wallet, I'm fucking spent. Every day is a struggle. And I'm spent. I done already put in the purchase. I got my helium coming between the 23rd and the 25th. And my only regret is not being able to get it sooner, but I have really bad social anxiety, so I didn't want to go out to the store. So I got a little bit of time to get my affairs in order. But I don't even think I had the energy to do that. I feel like I live in bed. And I just can't. I just can't. I'm just tired. And like, you could probably put me in a mansion and I'd still be fucked up. Because, yeah, some of my problem is circumstantial. But some of it's really just me, I guess, being mentally ill. So, I'm going to make a last few videos. Debate on whether I'm going to send everybody my information. My TikTok and my YouTube. Right now, nobody know. And I'm not getting a lot of clout, obviously, who would watch this. But I'm just going to make a few videos to not be such a surprise. Or I guess not be so misunderstood. So, yeah.